everybody. I'd like to thank everybody who's joining us today via Oz Arab Media's live stream, and to those who are tuning in via Oz Arab Radio. I'm Joseph Najjar, and joining us today is UK musician Tops Chanzo. He's joined us today to discuss his music career, as well as his new single, Say Yes or Say No. Without further ado, Mr. Chanzo, how are you today?
Yes, I'm very, very happy today. Thank you very much for having me on. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad we could finally link up and stuff. So yeah, I'm really well. How are you actually?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. We're very glad
Good.
to have you. We love your energy, and we've heard the song, and we think it's fantastic. So we're very happy to have you
Oh,
with us
thank
today.
you. Thank you for that.
Um,
Thank you. I'm happy that people can really connect with the song all across the world. So yeah, I'm happy about
so obviously we know your name is Brandon James Watts. How did you come up with
that.
the stage name Tops Chenzo?
Yeah. So obviously with my hairstyle is actually like a high top.
Okay.
So I always thought about having the name like Tops as like an abbreviation short for the fact I've got a high top, which kind of makes sense. And then the
Okay.
Chanzo, I just wanted to stand out from have a unique sounding name, and also Chanzo is like an African um um slang word for like energy and vibrance and dance. So and that's what I hopefully I bring is good vibes, good energy. So yeah, I just put the two to Chanzo. That was the name. That was the stage name. So yeah, hopefully it rolls off the tongue eventually. But yeah, I'm really really happy with the name.
Yeah, I like it. It's one of those names you just remember, like similar to the
Yeah,
Childish Gambino,
yeah, that
if
was
you
the
know what.
plan, man. So that's good that you said that. To be fair.
I also want to say it's much better than my high school rap name, which was not great at all because I I just did it to impress a girl. So I think yours is much better.
Oh, well, what was it?
This is embarrassing. It was Mushy Mushy.
Mushy mushy.
I'll explain. I was 13 years old at the time, and I was trying to
Okay,
actually impress
right.
someone. And she wanted me
Yeah.
to enter the middle school talent contest. And I don't know, I was just trying to be funny, but now I'm looking back and I think, boy, that was really silly.
Well, it's creative. I've never actually heard a rap name called that. So fair play for 100% for creation, I guess.
I don't think anybody's heard a rap name like that. But we'll move. I'll save those stories for another day.
Yeah,
Now
of course.
let's go into your single. So it's tell us. So your single is "Say Yes or Say No." Tell us a bit about the song. What kind of music is it? How long have you been working on it?
Yeah. So I've been working on it for quite a long time, to be honest with you. It's actually a house dance EDM kind of style of music. It was the first time I've actually ventured into the dance genre because before I released a couple of the songs with different genres. My first song, Social, was like an Afro beat kind of style, and then my next song was like a hip hop kind of style called What's Your Problem. So this one was the first time I've actually delved into like that dance world. So I definitely took some time to really appreciate and study like the different kind of dance musics like style that I wanted to like replicate. So yeah, it took me a while to get that style like locked down to so to say. But yeah, I worked on the lyrics as well. I wanted to make a song that really like resonated with a lot of people that anyone could listen to, like any kind of age or background or anything that any kind of spectrum of the world really could really relate to. So I feel like with the lyrics they can really connect with everyone. So yeah, it was a long process, but it was definitely worth it because I feel like the songs had such a great like response and reaction. Considering it's my first, like I say, dance song in that kind of genre. So yeah, happy with the results to be honest with you. So yeah, really happy.
Was that genre of music always the one you wanted to focus on when you started getting into music?
No, no. To be honest with you, I wasn't really sure because at the time when I released like an Afrobeat style, that was kind of the type of music I was listening to during the time. So then, but after that, I thought, well, I really want to show like my versatility as an artist. Like I'm really into like a lot of range of different styles of music. So I really wanted to show that in terms of how I produce music and how I release music. So I didn't really want to be set into just one style of music. I wanted to show that I could do like different genres, opposites really, like from house to R&B to hip hop to Afrobeat. So yeah, it wasn't my first intention, but it kind of just like evolved, and I thought, oh, I definitely could see myself on like a dance production, and yeah, from that like thought process to like indulging it a bit more, and it kind of evolved into Say Yes, Say No. So yeah, that's kind of like the evolution backstory of how it like the song came about.
Has it been performed in like nightclubs in Britain or played on other
Yeah, yeah, it
areas?
has been. It has been performed in yeah, it's been performed in Canada as well. A couple of DJs messaged me asking for the song. So yeah, they performed it like
There you
in
go.
Canada, in America, yeah, in England as well, in Britain, in the UK. So it has been had like a really good reaction in terms of like the club scene too. So yeah, yeah, I think a lot of people have been vibing to it and dancing to it and having a good time with it so far this year. So yeah, I'm really happy about that too.
Is it a song you've performed live?
Yes, it has. Yeah, yeah. I performed live a few times. I had like a little a gig in Huddersfield last week, so I got to perform it in the club live for the first time. So that was really really good. The reception I got there was really really good as well. So yeah, it's just one of those fun like energetic songs that anyone can like dance to when they're like in the club nightclub and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good reception, and yeah, I love performing it as well. So yeah, it was a win-win either way.
Oh, how many people have you performed to at the most, if you would know that one?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I can't even tell you really. It was a quite because I performed at a festival as well. So yeah, there was like range up to thousands of people there. To be honest with you, so yeah, it could be. It was a massive range really. It was one of those ones where there's so many people you couldn't really like have a proper number for it. So, but yeah, it's been a really good reception for it anyway. And yeah, it's a really good buzz when you perform in front of a big audience and a big crowd. So yeah, I can't really complain with that one to be honest.
How many singles did you write before Say Yes or Say No?
So I actually written three singles before that. I had Social, which was my debut single on Afro Beats. Then I had What's Your Problem, which was like a hip hop style production. And then I had another one called Ring Walk, which was like a Pacific boxing anthem theme that I wrote. And obviously quite a few professional boxers have used it. So yeah, so that was probably about three before I wrote a song, Say Yes or Say No. Obviously I've written some unreleased stuff that's obviously yet to come out as well. So yeah, I've been trying to write different kind of like genres and different kind of topics as well to try and have a lot of versatility and have a large range of songs that people can relate to, but that's talking about different topics too. So yeah, I really enjoy writing songs as well. So yeah, that's a really big plus for me.
What's the thought process like behind writing a song? Because I imagine it's
Yeah,
a
so the thought
very
process for me, yeah, yeah. The thought process for me is just thinking about a topic that maybe I've gone through or know people that I know have gone through, and just really trying to captivate that in like the lyrics and how certain situations always talk about, whether at like gatherings or when they come together and talk about it with their close friends, how they feel and the situation. Because I like to really write and try and tell a story when it comes to like songwriting and stuff. So there's always scenarios that people like talk about, whether it's on social media or in person, where I like to really like delve into and jump into and then try and explain it through the song so people can. When they're listening to the song, listen to the lyrics, they can have a moment and thought. I think, oh yeah, I remember when that happened to me, or I remember feeling like that in this particular moment. And I feel like them kind of songs really resonate with people more when they can think about themselves in a certain situation and what the song's actually talking about. So yeah, that's probably my thought process and how I try to write, trying to be as relatable as possible. And yeah, that's how I really think about it, to be honest.
Is there a specific musical artist that you look up to the most?
Yes. Oh, that's a very good question. I've got like a massive range of taste, to be honest with you. So, it stems from like it could be a Chris Brown or Beyonce or Lips from Australia. I do really like as well. There's quite a range of different styles and genres, so I kind of really like merge them into one. To be fair, and try and take inspirations from different elements of all of their performances and their writing styles and their like obviously artwork and art form in terms of their songs and stuff. So yeah, kind of like cherry pick from all of them and try and merge it into one. And that's how you get Tox Chanzo, I guess. So yeah.
There you go. The next Childish Gambino.
That's it. That's it. Just a merger of
Exactly.
every each one of the talents you can think of and bound into one artist. So yeah,
There you go. Interviewed by Mushy Mushy himself.
that's the one, man. Mushy Mushy featuring Top Chancer. That's the new one.
Um, Tell us a bit about your first time ever performing in public. What was your nerves beforehand?
Oh yeah, first time. So my first time was performing was I think it was in 2021. It was at a
Okay.
festival. It was called Staff Fest. It's in Staffordshire in the UK.
Right.
So nerves. To be honest, I was more excited than nerves. It's like I really get like a proper buzz from performing
Okay.
in front of like a big crowd and audience. Obviously, as well as a musician, I'm an actor as well. So I feel like
Okay.
having that kind of experience, either acting or performing music, I kind of get like an excitement and a buzz from performing to a large crowd to show them what I can do to try and get some of my energy and try and pass it on to the audience that's either watching or seeing me perform. So yeah, I was really like and had that like adrenaline rush and adrenaline push when I'm on stage. So it was more that kind of feeling than the nerves, to be honest. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and obviously I always like to get on stage anyway. So yeah, it was more like of an excitement, to be honest.
That's pretty cool. What was the first thing you acted in?
Yeah, so I had over in the UK. There's a BBC soap called Doctors. It comes on like BBC One. So I had like an acting
Okay. Yeah.
role in that, and there was like another one called The Line of Duty, which is like a police crime drama that comes on in the BBC One as well. So I had a few sort of acting roles in that, and then I did a bit of theatre, did a bit of Shakespeare, King Henry III Part Two. I did a bit of that. So yeah, it just ventured
Yeah.
from theatre work and musicals as well. I've done Hairspray, so yeah, it's just like a long range of stuff that I've done, but all different, but all good in their own ways. So yeah, I really enjoy just performing in general.
All right. I'd also like to ask about your first performance back in 2021. You mentioned it was at a festival. As we all know, that was probably peak COVID time. So, what was
Yeah,
the restrictions like behind your performance? I imagine there was only a certain amount of people who could perform, or
yeah. So actually,
significant social
during my time,
distancing.
they just yeah in the UK they just lifted everything. That was like literally because it was like July.
Okay.
No, it was September time. So the festivals that were normally in like June, July, August, they shifted everything back to like September, October, November times, just so because I think they had a thing from the government saying that by this certain amount of time. They were allowed a bit more people, but under like a bit more like strict guidelines, so like 2 meter rule and stuff like that. So yeah, there wasn't as many people probably clumped together as obviously now like when obviously the rules have like completely gone. But in terms of the amount of people, there's still a decent amount of people, but just probably not as close together because of the restrictions and stuff. So yeah, but I feel like with obviously having the restrictions for so long, I think a lot of people were just happy just to get out and socialize with people again, and have a like live performance, live musical performance like experience once more because it was nearly had been like nearly 2 years where before obviously the COVID thing like hit and stuff. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
people are just happy to be witnessing live music again and socializing and stuff. So yeah, it was a bit different, but I think everyone's energy kind of just vibed off each other, and we all were just there to have a good time, to be honest. So yeah.
Was it everything you imagined the performance to be? Like when you built it up in your head beforehand?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Obviously, I was practicing it quite a long time just before I like got on stage and stuff. So yeah, everything went according to plan. Like in terms of the crowd participation and the energy that I brought on stage and stuff. So yeah, everything went according to plan. I was happy with the performance. And after I got off stage, I had quite a lot of people asking obviously about me and wanting my socials and saying that they really enjoyed my performance, even though they weren't sure what they were going to get. Because during the performance, obviously, because I've got different genre styles of music. It's catered for everyone really. So there wasn't a particular thing where if you just like rap music, you can listen to me. Or if you just like dance music, you can listen to me. Like if you like a range of different genres, you can listen to any of my songs because I got like a song for each genre kind of thing. So yeah, quite a lot of people came up and was happy and was like yeah happy with the performance and really enjoyed themselves when I was on stage. So yeah, that was a good feeling.
I find it very interesting that you said before that like you didn't really get very nervous or feel a lot of nerves before performing because I know lots of um, I guess people in the friends of mine who are in the arts, acting, music, singing, etc. That's they have like these weird nervous habits they do beforehand to calm themselves. Like I have a friend who hops. I have another one who has to do push-ups. He's obviously very strong now. Do you have any nervous habits like that before performing, or are you just calm?
I think the only thing I'll probably say was sometimes I feel like I need the toilet, but I don't. It's just I think
I
it's
get
just the
that.
adrenaline and the excitement at the same time. So I
Yeah.
feel like I need to go to the toilet, but I actually don't need to go. I think I'm just eagerly like preparing myself to get on stage. I just want it to hurry up. So you know that feeling where you really want to go toilet, but you don't actually want to go. I think it's like the same with me and on stage where I really want to perform and I'm just waiting to get my opportunity and my chance just before like I go on stage and stuff. So that's probably one the only feel really thing that like I can think of really that happened like during like before I go on stage. But yeah, anything else I don't hop or skip or anything or do push-ups or anything. So yeah, I probably just say that really to be honest, mate.
Mm. Okay, I would sincerely like to thank you for your time, Mr. Tops Chanzo. For everybody who's tuned in, you will be able to hear Mr. Chanzo's song "Say Yes" or "Say No" on Oz Arab Radio. Are there any other places people can currently find it?
Yeah, you got my socials. Tops Chanzo on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Obviously, Tops on Spotify, Apple Music as well. Just type in Tops Say Yes, Say No on YouTube. You can get me on there. Tops Chanzo is my YouTube channel name too. Obviously got a website www.topschanzo.co.uk. If you want to check out like my performances and my music videos and stuff, is all in that website there. If you want to check that out, so yeah, thank you very much for having me on as well. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I've really had a good time here. And
We
yeah, thank you very much for playing the song too.
we wish you the best, Tops, and we appreciate you giving us the song to play on our radio. We're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.